Hey guys, it's your boy Roy, and in this video I'm going to quickly explain what's going to, well, happen with this channel. I'm going to try and keep it brief because I've got a pretty big list. I'm going to be naming up all the playthroughs that are going to come up, and to quickly stop everybody from closing this video, there's going to also be playthroughs that are not Metal Gear Rising. Surprise! So let's get this out of the way and just, I got a list and we're going to name it all with the rules and all that. So let's go. First off is The Way of the Blade. The playthrough is already running. It's going to be without commentary, and the final video will have commentary, like a sort of look back on the entire episodes and whatnot, like what happened, what was my opinion on the entire series and stuff like that. For those who don't know, the rules of that run are no fuel related moves, so no executions, no blade mode cancel, ripper, nothing. An unupgraded stun blade on very hard mode without pincers and psi, and preferably no pole arm. I use it first few fights, but I'm not going to use them anymore. After that, it's going to be Path of the Samurai, which is the same except with Sam. No commentary, but commentary in the final video as I look back. There's going to be no fuel and no taunt, so on very hard, which could be pretty tricky, especially VR4 and Armstrong are going to be pretty painful without those two abilities. Next one I'm pretty proud of the name, Trail of the Tail. Oh, that's nice. I'm happy with that one. No commentary again, final vid with commentary, and that's going to be a playthrough of no fuel with no hunt kills for Blade Wolf on very hard. All of those also have no sub-weapons, by the way. So that's going to be pretty cool. Those are going to go in a row because I'm running out of save files to do all this stuff on. So I'm first going to do Way of the Blade, and then Path of the Samurai, and then Trail of the Tail. Upcoming, like these three are going to be the first three in a row. At the same time, I'm going to be working on S-rank Blade Wolf with no hunt kills, naked and unloved, no subs. I think that's it, because there's not a lot you can handicap on with the DLC characters. This one will be just as my Raiden handicapped S-rank runs, meaning it will be edited. You'll only see the perfect run, and then you'll see me do post-commentary on that. Same setting with S-rank for Sam, which has naked and unloved, no sub-weapons, and no taunt. I long speculated whether I should do no taunt or no parry. Considering both kind of break the game still, but I found that taunting really makes a lot of situations a lot easier, so I decided to remove taunting. That and no parry gets kind of annoying in the sense that it's muscle memory. Even in my Way of the Blade videos, I still have trouble sometimes. I have to redo a try because I, out of instinct, press blade mode. Then we got our first game that's not gonna be Metal Gear Rising, and I'm gonna work on that when I get it, which is Dark Souls 2, Soul Level 1. There's gonna be a few added rules to this playthrough. I'm not quite sure yet what. It might be Company of Champions, it might be that I am not allowed to use any magic, because you can use magic, or for instance some other sort of rule. Still gotta figure that one out. Maybe force myself to play as a sinner or stuff like that, which means I'm gonna get invaded a lot. This will have raw commentary, which means it won't be edited, and it will be commentary sort of live, like we did in my previous Dark Souls videos. I'm still debating when I'm gonna do the console version or the PC version. PC version looks better, has better frame rate, but my computer does slow down a bit when I play the console PC version, even with Metal Gear Rising. So I kind of prefer to play on consoles if I can do that, considering my recording doesn't hamper the frame rate. Down the line, these are some optional playthroughs that are in my head that I'm planning on doing. These playthroughs I might do depending on whether or not I buy a Delgado HD capture card anytime soon. Neat little thing, in the Netherlands we have a sort of savings method in our banks, which allows us to create a savings goal, and you can just input like I want a Delgado, and you can add an image, and like it needs this savings goal needs $200 because that's what it costs with cables and all that, and then you can just work towards that. And you can see your progress and your interests and stuff like that. So I got one for my Delgado and for some other stuff I'm saving for. But so if I get a Delgado, these runs, well, you can expect these down the line. The first one that's really high on my list and I really want to do one day is Vanquish God Hard Shotgun Only. I have no idea if it's possible, but I'm gonna have to see if I might have to tweak it a little bit, like for instance shotgun and assault rifle only, or shotgun and sniper only, like a mixture of shotgun and pistol only. I have to try and see if I can find a mix, because there's bound to not be enough ammo for the shotgun to deal with anything, especially with the increased HP that enemies have, no upgrade cubes, but definitely a Vanquish God Hard challenge run. The other one is one that's still on my list is Prince of Persia Warrior Within No Sand. I have the PC version, but that one doesn't have controller support. I might have to mod it a bit to get that running. And it's one of those games that really it's the game that got me into action games, and I love it to death, but I'm kind of afraid to play it again since I've played a lot of action games since then. I'm sort of afraid that it's gonna feel really bad playing again. Like, it's really good in my mind. And I did this playthrough with the No Sand long time ago, and it was one of my first real handicap runs that wasn't in Resident Evil 4 or Contra. So, a bit on the fence about that one, that's why it's in the probable list. ZombiU, Survivor Mode, just a playthrough of that, see how far I can get. I just bought the game and I'm enjoying the freaking hell out of it, so it's a really fun game. I can see why I got slammed a bit, but it's still a worthwhile entertainment. And this one is a bit of a tricky run. It's got a lot of rules, so bear with me. Dark Souls 2, yes, Dark Souls 2. This one also works in Demon Souls, but I'm planning on doing it in Dark Souls 2 first. Is a survival horror is what I called it. I like to name my runs, and I think survival horror befits this run very well. The rules of the engagement are: you're not allowed to use Estus, that's one. You are not allowed to pick up items that are not dropped from enemies, except the Fragrant Branch of Yore, because you need one to continue the game. You're not allowed to talk to NPCs except the Emerald Herald. You have to kill all the NPCs as well. What this does is that the entire playthrough you're pretty much scavenging for equipment. You have to live from item drops from enemies. You can't upgrade your weapons. You can't repair your weapons outside of bonfires or repair powder, meaning broken items are pretty much done for. And I also want to add the rule of no magic, probably because that makes it a bit more entertaining, and maybe even no shield, because hell, why not? Maybe Company of Champions in there as well. So that way you've got a pretty strict run, and it's really scary again because you're pretty vulnerable, you can't heal a lot, and every heal you take is one that's going to handicap you for a long time because you're going to lose a life gem. Which is why there's no SS allowed. The problem with this run is that it's a bit luck based in the sense of how many items you get dropped. But in that case, it sort of adds to that survival horror feel of bigger emphasis on item management, soul management, and all that stuff around that. So that's pretty cool. But that run is really on, like, am I going to do that? Yes or no? So that we got that one, and that's pretty much it. So that's been the idea of all the runs I'm going to be doing. So mostly Dark Souls and Metal Gear Rising. Got a lot of Metal Gear Rising. To quickly update where I am now, because this is the plan. Wave the Blade, I'm about halfway. But in all honesty, if we can just grab a weekend, I can steam through it and just pump out those videos. Because I've already done Wave the Blade once on consoles without the stun blade, but with the with the machete. And there's only, from my memory, only about 2 to 3 really hard fights coming up, but nothing as insane as RO2 was. I've already started my S rank with Blade Wolf. Haven't had a lot of time to put into that yet. I've never really played a lot with Blade Wolf. I just got the mandatory S ranks across all difficulties, and that was just with hunt kills. So I never really got to learn the fights, and there's not a lot of research material available for those fights, like points required for the fight and stuff like that. I'm sort of on the fence if no hunt kills is even possible, considering how badly built the system is around it. But we'll see on that, and after that, of course, going to be Sam. And with Dark Souls 2, I'm gonna have to check if I'm gonna do it on consoles or PC. I'm not quite sure yet. It really depends, because with the PC version means I have to buy the PC version, and I haven't done that yet. So I gotta find a deal on that, or pray I get the Delgado quick. Damn, that was a hard sentence. So that's it. Try to keep it as short as possible. Still a 10-minute video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are looking forward to the runs. There's some pretty cool ones down there, and some pretty damn hard ones. Trail of the Tail is... I'm a big fan of that name. It came to me on the bike ride, so I was like, yeah, that's a cool name. Alright, I'll see you guys later, and there's going to be more videos coming up. I'm going to try and get at least one Way of the Blade, Path of the Samurai, Trail of the Tail video out every day. Probably not going to happen, but it's a goal. And the next project you're going to be looking at is S-Rank Blake Wolf. So I'll see you guys there. Have a great one, and see you soon. Bye.